Hey there. So the app is live. It's live. It's live. I would consider it in beta testing mode because, only I have played around with it. Plus, I noticed that when you make an app that you created live, there are things that happen. I was not prepared for that. Also, I had this one plan for hosting the app, which was something that I worked out with Grok early on and kept that plan throughout. Grok and I talked about it and reaffirmed it often. And when it was time to host my app, apparently Grok was lying about that option. Like, Grok had said that this was an option, but it actually wasn't an option. Weird, right? Meanwhile, with the help of Grok and Copilot, I created this app. I did not have coding experience. I did not know I did not know the even first thing about how to do it. But I had the knowledge of how I healed, how I have moved the energy of the discomforts and the worries and the fears, and I've done my shadow work and within myself, right? And I knew exactly what to do, and I wanted to share it with people because I understood a lot throughout my journey, which has lasted me, 12 years now. And I wanted to create this app so that I could share it with others in a way that was sort of like a gentle hand holding, instead of like throwing all the information at them in a session and then sending them off to do the work. Because that method isn't terrible. I mean, it works for some people, but I noticed that some people were coming back to me with the same issue. And it would just be like a matter of me reminding them what they needed to do to resolve that. And I thought this app would actually be like a hand holding through the process and would keep me sort of in somebody's pocket as far as like they can reference the knowledge that I've shared with them, the wisdoms that I've shared with them, because this was all hard earned for me. I experimented my way through everything, and I I came from a place of just like being depressed and suicidal and anxious and reactive, you know, and I brought myself out of that into peace and presence and love. And I wouldn't want to miss this life. So So this app was something that I created with the help of Copilot and Grok. Those are AI models. I had no experience working with AI prior to this either. So I also had to learn about how to use AI because it's not as straightforward as you think. There are certain limitations of AI, which I learned the hard way through trial and error, meaning that like AI cannot keep the scope of your big picture project in mind. AI works on prompts. So if you don't have all the information in a prompt, it may or may not recall what you just said to it on the last round of conversation. And so there was a lot of getting something done, and then the new suggestion undoes that thing inadvertently because the AI didn't remember that we just worked on that. And it didn't take into consideration that we needed to keep that. So this has taken me 8 months. But I've learned a lot, and despite the mix-up with Grok telling me that I could host the app in one way, that I couldn't host it, I did find an alternative method, and Grok was still amazing overall, despite the little quirkiness and the stuff that I had to learn through trial and error. It was all worth it. Even Copilot, like Copilot would sometimes like tell me that it was editing the file, and then like it wouldn't even do it. And then when I would say, well, how come you didn't do it? It would say, I did do it. Like, I mean, this happened so many times that I'm telling you about it, right? Like, and it was just very interesting to learn how AI is working. And to me, you know, maybe it will grow and learn and surpass us, but right now it's definitely not there. I can tell you that. So, hold on, I have to cough, so I'm going to have to pause. So I've been working all day. Here's my drink, here's my dinner. Everything's a bit of a mess, including me. I am looking forward to actually being done, standing up, maybe taking a shower, getting into bed, just in a way that I haven't in a while, because for the last 8 months, this project has consumed me. I knew that I wanted to do it. I knew the vision. Like, my creative juices were like flowing, and like I kept getting new ideas just when I needed them, and it was so good. And I really, really love how it came out. Like, even if I were to be wealthy and be able to like hire coders to make this app, remake this app for me, like they would have to make it like I made it. Like, maybe their back end coding could be more efficient than mine, I don't know. But the way it looks, the way it came out, the way it functions, there are very few tweaks that I would make to it. So I'm really happy that it came out in a way where I feel good. I feel good about what it's doing, its aim. And also I feel good that this is something where I can continuously work on it. You know, like, there are things that can be added, as far as the knowledge and wisdoms, and sort of, I might add some descriptions on my oracle card readings. The chat room does need a little bit of work right now. So beta testing means that, you know, we're going to try to work out all the quirks. So if you're interested in doing beta testing and you're willing to give me a review, I'm looking for, you know, a limited number of people who I would give a free 1 month subscription to in exchange for a review. You can let me know if that interests you. And if there are more people interested than I have space for, then I'll probably do a drawing. So it's worth inquiring if you are serious about beta testing the app. The other thing that I'm waiting to hear back on is PayPal needed to kind of work out one of this a glitch with the sign up process where it was asking for home number, but then it was sending a text verification to the home number. So that's not cool. Hopefully they're going to work that out. So I may not be able to even take paid subscriptions at the moment unless they work that out. I'm not sure. Unless, you know, people who have PayPal subscription or PayPal accounts already will probably be able to get through my checkout right now, but others may have to wait a little bit. But I have someone working on that on the back end already through PayPal. So I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited. I was, you know, I'm kind of out of the communities of people who are doing self-help work, but today, because I had updated the Facebook page that I was going to use for the app, I looked at the feed and it did connect me to a bunch of like people who were doing this kind of work. And just reading the comment sections where people were feeling a bit hopeless and troubled just made me realize how happy I am to offer this to people. But then again, I don't really know how to offer this to people because, like, I'm not supposed to go and tell people and invite them. Am I? And the reason I say that is because I'm a projector in human design and I'm supposed to wait to be invited. So I'm just going to let you know what I did. It's there for you to invite yourself if that interests you. But I do think that there's a demand for it. So worst case scenario, you experiment with it. You can delete your account. You don't have to stay on it. But check it out. Let me know.